tonight, one team will get 4 ping pong balls bounced their way, and that team will get the right to draft Zion Williamson, maybe the most hyped college prospect ever. You see the cover of the paper in New York. The Knicks had the worst record in the NBA, but under the new system, make sure you're aware of this. They only have a 14% chance to get the top pick, something they haven't gotten since Patrick Ewing in '85. Cavs, Suns, also 14% chances to get the #1 pick. Cleveland has had 3 #1 picks since 2011. While the Suns, of course, had it last year, took DeAndre Ayton. And as for some long shots, the Lakers have a 2% chance at the top pick. Sacramento's first pick belongs to the Sixers, if that lands #1 overall, and to the Celtics otherwise. So here are some numbers. And again, they have changed around the system for this year in order to try to combat tanking. And so the simplest way I can point this out is there's a 58% chance the #1 pick lands somewhere other than New York, Cleveland, or Phoenix, a better chance than otherwise. It's worth noting the Knicks, for example, who had the worst record in the sport, have a better chance of picking 5th than they do of picking anywhere inside the top 3. So there is enormous drama and intrigue going on in Chicago tonight, and that is where the man is always in the middle of the action. As Adrian Wojnarowski is with us live from Chicago for the lottery tonight. And Woj, of course, everyone is talking about Zion this morning. What is the latest news you have on him right now?
Well, he's arrived in town with his family. He'll be at the draft lottery tonight. And it's pretty remarkable for them because if you just go back 1 year right now when Zion Williamson was at McDonald's All-America Week practice, and you would talk to NBA executives and scouts about him, they thought he was likely a top 5 pick. No one imagined him at #1 overall. He was a little bit overweight, and people hadn't seen the complete dimension of his game. He was largely a dunker in high school. He was a highlight reel player, and you saw the full repertoire unlock at Duke this season. He was in better shape. He was healthy, and now he comes into this lottery as you said, one of the most celebrated #1 overall picks in modern history.
Yeah, there isn't any question about the star power with Zion. There are all kinds of questions about specifically how the game translates to the next level. Let me take that to the table. Woj, stay with me if you'd be so kind, because I have more I want to get to with you as this morning continues here, particularly on the coaching situation in Philly. But let me bring this to the table for the first time this morning. DJ, of all the circumstances that could play out tonight, which do you think would be the best for Zion himself?
I think it'll be the Knicks, and I'm hoping and praying it's the Knicks because this guy has charisma, he has personality, and he has a skill set that would fit well in New York. And with the 2 max spots that they have for free agents, I think that's the best chance for him to have success in his first year.
When you say his skill set would fit well, are you basing that on the coach, on David Fizdale? They are basically a blank canvas. So are you telling me that they could put whatever they want to around him?
I think Coach Fizdale is going to do a great job of taking his skill set and fitting it into a system around the 2 max free agents that they possibly can get.
Yeah, look, I mean, everyone in New York is talking about getting KD and all the rest of that. And, of course, all that remains to be played out. Tonight is the first step in that process. And so, Tibbs, I would ask it to you this way. I was just discussing with Woj. There is no question the star power of Zion. And for that reason alone, he'll be the first pick no matter where he winds up. But does he definitely have the game to back that up? Is he going to be a star on the next level?
I think he is, and I know Ewing's going to bring the good luck tonight for New York. But when you look at his game, and Adrian touched on this, it's not just power and athleticism. There's a finesse to his game, and I also think he has the mental toughness to deal with a city like New York. Not everyone can handle New York. I think he can. But the way the strength, the power, the finesse, the way he sees the game, the way he can make plays, that's the NBA game today. And we're not talking about the defensive side, where I think he's going to handle that well also.
We keep talking about New York. I want to point out again what we did at the very top of the show, and we'll do a little more detailed look at this as our morning continues. This is not the old lottery. This is not your father's lottery system.
Yeah.
The overwhelming likelihood is that the Knicks do not wind up getting him, even though everyone in New York acts as though it is something of a fait accompli. Does his skill set transfer regardless of where he goes? Does he become a great NBA player regardless of where he's drafted?
No question about it. I think he fits in anywhere. And usually if you're going to a lottery-type team, there's going to be room to sign someone else to go along with him. Immediately, that team becomes significantly better.
And Terry, let me turn to you on this. As an active NBA player, yourself. When you see a guy come in with all this kind of hype, what do the guys in the league think?
I think we're all excited to face against him, as competitors. I think we're all looking forward to his highlights, but I know we're going to give him a run, make it tough for him, and it's going to be exciting.
The first time you see him bringing the ball up in the backcourt, are you picking him up 94 feet away?
Oh yeah, that's my style. But let's not get it confused. If he's on a fast break, I'm not going to meet him at the rim.
You better get out of the way. I'm telling you right now.
But from what you've seen, the skill set is so unique. I mean, the athleticism is off. There's nothing to talk about. They don't have too many guys who are 280 and jump out of the gym. Exactly. But from what you've seen of the game, I know you watch the college game all the time. From what you've seen, what do you see in him as a player, and what do you think it projects to on the next level?
I think he's just still improving. They try to, make him shoot the outside shot. He knocked that down a couple of times. So I think he's just still improving. He's a sponge, and he's going to learn a lot as he get to the game, get to the NBA, and it's going to be exciting for me to see, exciting for all of us to see.
When you say finesse, what specifically are you talking about? Shooting from the outside? We see him finishing around the rim. The athleticism we know is off the charts. What's the finesse piece?
He's never afraid to take a big shot. When they need a big shot, whether it's on the perimeter or it's inside, he's not afraid of that moment. But the biggest thing is on his penetration, and there's help coming. He has the ability to move the ball around and create space and get his shot off. You think, how's he going to get that off? And it's innate. He's got a great feel for the game around the basket.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Knicks are not the only high-profile landing spot that is potential tonight. The Lakers are another.